So guys, finished Republic of Ireland 3, Montenegro 1 in the Euro Under-21 qualifier. Puts Ireland in an excellent position, this win, following the win on Friday against Bosnia. 6 points from 6, 3-0, 3-1. You can't complain, guys, at all with that. Very professional performance again from Ireland. I thought really managed the game quite well. Puts them now in a situation whereby they have to go to Italy, but Italy play Sweden next. And unless Sweden win, Ireland are guaranteed second in the group, which is just fantastic achievement for everyone and just brilliant from their point of view. They go to Italy in the last game, as I said, which might give them a chance to actually to win the group, which would be just fantastic as well, wouldn't it? But as I said, a very professional performance. Will Smallbone scoring his third goal in 6 games. I've no doubt he'll be in the senior squad soon. He had a bad injury, to be fair, for Southampton, was out, so I think him coming back and playing under 21 is exactly the right thing to do. 3 goals in the 2 games. The opening goal in this game was a fantastic strike, chests it down. A sloppy play for Montenegro, and it kind of was an off-the-cuff type goal. There was a lot of, I think, was it Rice just kind of boots it up in the air and it comes down and lands the small bone, and it just drifts across his body. And he gets a brilliant left-footed strike onto the ball. Fantastic strike. And even though it's not quite in the corner, the keeper struggles to deal with it because of the power and pace. The goal came at a good time as well. It came 5 minutes before the break as well. And the goal seemed to come at the right time once again, like it did against Bosnia. Montenegro started off very well. A bit like the Bosnian game. First 10 minutes of the first half and probably first 10 minutes of the second half, Montenegro were the better side. But Montenegro did beat Ireland earlier on in the campaign. They did score 2 goals in the first 10 minutes. So they came out like a train, really. They started with a lot of pace and tried to get at Ireland. Almost relying on getting an early goal is the only thing I'd say there. Ireland then eventually did get into the game. Montenegro a couple of chances in that 10 minutes, and Ireland eventually got into the game, started to control the game. For some young players, they're very good at controlling the match and trying to dictate the tempo of a match. And that doesn't necessarily mean you play at a high tempo or slow tempo. Just seem to play at the right tempo, what's needed to be played at that time during the match. And but Ireland went 1-0 up on the break at half-time, obviously. And in the second half, Montenegro did come out and cause some issues and create some openings. But Ireland again got the second goal at the right time. And, it was good play. It was a set piece. And Liam Kerrigan, the UCD man, was on hand to make it 2-0. He was exceptional in the match, by the way. Kerrigan then on the right-hand side. The work effort, work rate. And, League of Ireland fans will know all about Kerrigan, know how he plays, power. Has got a bit of pace and mobility as well. He was really, really good for Ireland. He was given actually the RTE man the match. But yeah, that was 2-0 Ireland. And soon after, Ireland made it 3-0. Brilliant work from 17-year-old Evan Ferguson, came on as a sub and set up Wright of Aston Villa, who made it 3-0. And you felt like the game was up. And Ireland again clinical and taking their chances when they came along, more or less. Ferguson did really well when he came on. He'd be disappointed he didn't score. He had a chance where he was through in goal after a lovely ball through from Smallbone, but instead of striking his left, he kind of didn't have the confidence to strike to his left and came back and the chance was gone. Another chance where Smallbone hit a free kick, keeper parried it, Ferguson headed it wide. But I have to say, you can really see the potential in Evan at the age of 17. His movement is phenomenal, and he's a player that can improve his finishing. He had another shot as well that will improve his finishing. He's only 17. That was saved by the keeper. So you could see his potential in the game, I feel. So Ireland were 3-0 up and more or less cruising, guys. And Montenegro did get a goal back, which was a nice, tidy finish. After it looked like Kerrigan might have been fouled, actually. But Ireland didn't play to the whistle, didn't deal with it after that. Obviously, you have to deal with the situation that's on hand. Don't rely on the referee. And they didn't. But 15 minutes ago, you're thinking 3-1. Will it be a nervy last 15 minutes? Not particularly, to be honest. Ireland managed to see the game out. And, especially for young players, guys, this was a nervous game and one that a lot of people expected Ireland to win after beating Bosnia. Potential banana skin, potential nervy game, but Ireland were very cool in this match, I have to say, as a team unit. Yeah, you have to give Jim Crawford, guys, a lot of credit. I mean, he made 5 changes for this game, which is always a risk. 2 of them were forced, to be fair, but the other 3 weren't. So, and the players that came in did very well, and it was just like clockwork, Conor Noss came in and did very well, particularly in that first half until he tired. And And I just thought the team did very well as a team unit, and they got the result. And ultimately, as I said at the start, puts them in a fantastic position now going into the game against Italy, and they could even have a qualifying berth by then, guaranteed. As I said, if Sweden managed to not beat Italy, so fingers crossed Sweden don't beat Italy. Never know, Ireland could even win this group. But let me know what you think in the comments, guys. If you watched the game, what players impressed you, general thoughts, and I'll leave it there. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel as well, guys. Thanks for watching.